everyone, Jenny Stevens here. Thank you for watching this video. So today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do step by step how to get this current look I have got for you. So as you can see, it's a really nice natural look, nice nude colours, great for any day, night, whatever it is that you like. So I'll be showing you step by step, so keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe below and give me the thumbs up at the end. So I'll see you soon. Bye! So we're going to start off by prepping the face. So as always, we need to prime the face. This will help keep your foundation and everything staying put. It's not going to smear, it's not going to smudge. So we've got our glorious face and eye primer. This is fantastic stuff. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know how much I love this, but it really does make such a difference for your face. So we're just going to put some of that on. All over. Oh, I really do love this stuff. The face just feels so soft and silky. Okay, so that is our face primed. So then what I do is I put a base of BB cream all over before we put any foundation on. So this is the colour Bisque, which is my skin tone. So I'm just going to put some on my hand and then just dab that all over. I put a bit too much. And then I'm going to use my blending buds just to get all of that in. I have wet my buds in advance. So you always wet the buds just to help give that really nice flawless look. Make sure you get the neck. So let's just use the excess on my neck. Okay, so that is our face prepped. Depending on what type of skin type you have, if you've got oily skin or dry skin, then you can use either cream or powder foundation. I use powder foundation, so I'm going to use my Touch Mineral Foundation powder foundation. So I am going to use my light colour to just do a bit of highlighting. So I use my foundation brush for this. So this is my light colour, so this is Scarlet, and I'm just going to put this on my forehead, just in a bit of a V, down the centre of the nose, by your cupid's bow, so that will just help make your lips a bit fuller, a bit on the chin, and then underneath the eyes, in sort of like a triangle shape. Then I'm going to use my normal skin tone just in, this is Velour. So again, I'm going to use my brush and just put that everywhere else. Can do it the other way around. You can put your, obviously put your other colour on first. Just use slightly less, I suppose, by not going all over and then going over on top. So I look a bit weird at the moment because I've not blended in my highlighting. So then I'm going to use my, this is just a blending brush. I really like using these for powders. They're a lot easier to blend in, so I'm just going to kind of go around where I have been and just blend that all in. Now you can either use a darker foundation to do a bit of contouring, or you can use a bit of bronzer. So I'm just going to do a bit of a darker foundation just to show you. You can use a bronzer as well. So this one is Taffeta, so it's not that much darker than my normal skin tone. So I'm just going to do by the cheekbones and up around. But for daytime, you know, if I'm just doing this for kind of everyday wear, then I don't always do this. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. Okay, so then again, let's just blend that in. If you do a bit of a sort of a bit like a Nike tick on your cheekbones, then it just will help blend that. But yeah, kind of everyday wear, then you don't necessarily need to do that darker foundation. We're just going to use our bronzer. Okay, so now we're going to just put a bit of glow, a bit of colour into the skin. I'm a bit pasty, I've not been on holiday yet. So I've got my Beachfront bronzer. This one is Sunset. This is gorgeous. It's a two-tone bronzer. We've got half matte, half shimmer, so it's a really nice product. So I've got my powder puff brush, so I'm just going to swirl that round. And we're going to do a bit of a 3 shape around the face. And don't forget the neck as well, so just put a little bit extra. And just do down the neck. As you can see now, I've got a really nice glow to that. So in case we get any, again, we get any sort of sharp edges, I always go over again with my blending brush just to make sure that that's really nice, natural. It all blends in and it's a really nice natural look. So just kind of go over. This brush is a Crown one. It was really cheap. It was only about £5, I think. You can buy it online. But this, I really like this brush for blending. So there we go. So that's just a really simple, really easy step to prep your face. If you want to put a bit of blusher on, you can. If ever I do this, I don't do it every day, but I will just use my pressed blusher. This one is Sweet, and I've got this angled blusher brush, which is great. Just do a tiny, tiny amount, and then I don't like a lot of blusher, so but I just do a tiny amount, and again, just above, slightly above where you have just done that contour. Okay. And then again, if you wanted to just make sure it's a nice natural, just go over with that. So now we're going to go onto the eyes. So I'm just going to do some really simple natural colours, nothing too vibrant, just really nice natural browns and neutral colours. So I'm going to go for a matte look today. So I have got this pigment, mineral pigment in Innocent. This is a very light, very subtle colour. So I'm going to use that all over, and then I'm going to put on a very light brown. So this one is called Irresistible. So with these pigments, you just tap out the pigment into your lid. And I'm just going to use my large deluxe brush to go all over. So you just mix it around in the lid, give it a tap off, and then just pop that all over. So as you can see, it doesn't show much of a colour, so it's a really nice, just easy all over colour for your lid. Okay, so you can see, you know, you can't see, it's very subtle, you can't see it a huge amount, but it's just a nice base colour to put on. So now we're going to put on our really light brown. So this is this one is called Irresistible. Another nice colour you can use is called Beautiful, which is even slightly lighter again. So this one I'm going to use a crease brush. So this is great, it gets just in the crease. So again, I'm just going to mix that around in there, and we're just going to do over that crease. So kind of go all the way from left to right. And then what I do is kind of just go down in the corner a bit as well. When you're putting on eyeshadow, make sure you do open your eyes and sort of look at it, just to see where that crease falls. If you're kind of looking like this all the time, then you can't actually see when your eye is open where that colour falls. So make sure you just sort of stop every now and then and just have a quick look at where that sits. Okay, so that's that. The next thing I do, if I've got any pigment left in here, is I then use my liner shader brush. So you can use this as an eyeliner. So what I do is I've got my rose water, so I will just spray my brush just to wet it. Don't get that on the laptop. Oh, it smells divine. So if you just mix that with your pigment, it gives it a really nice smooth application. So then what I do is just line underneath the eyes. So you're just getting a bit of definition with the same colour without it being too, you know, it doesn't stand out too much. Okay, so the same as our face, we always want to make sure that we blend our eyes. So I'm just going to use my Deluxe brush again, just get off any excess from the other colour that you've used and just go over and blend. Okay, if you want to have a bit more colour, then what you can do is then use a slightly darker brown to just do in that corner. So I have got, this is a darker brown called Infatuated, so I'm just going to tap a bit of that out. And then I'm going to use the other end of my liner shader brush. This is a slightly smaller head, so again I'm going to just spray the ends of my brush with my rose water just to give it a bit of extra colour, and I'm just going to do little kind of dabs around that corner. And again, if you kind of go up into the crease slightly, that will just help that. There you go. So again, that's really just giving it a bit of extra definition. And then again, we will go over and just blend that in so it's just not quite so harsh. And there we go. Or if you wanted to have that slightly darker brown, again, you could just use your liner shader brush and just do that on the bottom instead. I've got very little left, but depending on what kind of look you want, if you want a slightly darker one, then you can use that darker brown. So you can see now, it's very subtle. It's just giving the eyes a really nice definition. Nice natural look. Okay, so now it's time to put some lashes on. We need some mascara. So we have got my 3D Fibre Lash Mascara. So, and I always need good old faithful eyelash curlers. My eyelashes are dead straight. I always have to open them up by curling my eyelashes. They will make your eyes look so much more awake and open if you curl them. So what I do is I heat them up with my hairdryer, so this will just help. It's a bit like, you know, if you're curling your hair or straight as it needs to be warm for it to then hold. So by heating up the metal slightly and just make sure it's not too hot, you are then, it just makes your lashes stay up all day. So these are still quite hot, so I'm just going to let them cool down slightly. So while that's cooling, I'm just going to get my lash comb and just give them a little comb through. And do me browns while I'm there as well, while it cools down. Okay. So I start at the very base, give it a few little pumps, and then I move it up slightly to the middle and just then tilt the eyelash curlers so it then just gives it a more natural curl. Okay, so just give it another quick comb through just so they're nice and separated before you put your mascara on. Okay, so another little tip for your 3D Fibre Lash Mascara, if it's either getting too low or the tubes feel a bit cold, to help it glide on a bit smoother, we can warm up the tubes. So again, we'll get the old hairdryer and just warm them up. So this is great for making your mascara last a bit longer, and yeah, I just find the gel goes on a lot easier if it's just slightly warm. So I just literally hold my tubes and blast. Okay, so we get the 2 tubes open ready. So we've got transplanting gel and fibres. The gel is the longer tube, so it's a 3-step process. It's gel, fibres, gel. So we will start by putting on the gel all over the lashes. Okay, now we put the fibres on, sorry. So these are made of green tea leaves, so they're really nice and natural, and they really help your own natural lashes grow and feel a bit fuller. So we just dab that on. Nice little wispy amounts. If you want a nice natural look, we don't necessarily want the lashes too thick and clumpy. Okay, so we'll leave that one for now, and then we'll go on to the other eye. So again, we do the gel on this eye. Okay, so now we'll go back to this eye. It's got a bit of a clump there, just going to separate that slightly. And then we seal in the fibres, so always seal it in. If you then want to do more layers, you always need to finish off with a seal of gel. So that is just one coat of the 3D Fibre Lash Mascara, and look how long they are. They're not clumpy. I always have one eye that's better than the other, and then you can just go and separate them if you've got any clumps there. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom lashes quickly. If you don't necessarily want mascara on the bottom lashes, so sometimes when I'm just going to work, or if it's a weekend or something, I'll just do the top lashes, and that's sort of why I do the pigment underneath. But if you want to, then we can just, let's do just a small amount on the bottom. Okay, there we go. God, my eyes look so much bigger now just from doing my lashes. So there we go. So that is the mascara done. Okay, so lastly we're just going to do really nice natural lips. So I have got a lip pencil. This is Pouty, and then a really nice nude colour lip gloss. This is called Luxe. They're a perfect match for each other. So I'm just going to line the lips. Now, to just help get a bit of extra long wearing with it, I'm going to put the pencil all over and then top with the lip gloss. These pencils last for hours, so by putting the colour all over means that then when the gloss starts to fade, you've still got some colour on your lips rather than leaving you then with a lip line. Okay, so that's our pencil. So if you wanted to just leave your pencil, then you can do. I like a bit of a gloss, just gives a bit of extra shine as well. So we'll top off with our gloss. There we go, so look, this really nice colour. Little bonus tip for you, to help make your lips look a bit fuller, then if you use a white pencil and just do above your Cupid's bow, just make your lips look a little bit fuller. So that is our white pencil, that is called Pristine. And you can then use it for your eyes as well. So if you want to make your eyes look a bit bigger, then you can just put the white on your waterline. There you go, my eyes look even wider. So there we go, that is our natural face. So obviously I added a few little steps depending on what you like. So if the blusher was kind of optional, the white pencil was an optional, but in terms of the eye colour, really nice, subtle natural browns, gorgeous long lashes, really nice colour, natural face. And there we go, that is my look. So I hope you found it useful. I'd love to share with me your selfies. You can find me on Facebook. For even more tips and tricks and looks, then click on the link below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me the thumbs up. Thanks a lot, take care, bye bye.